It's time to set up your next webinar, but it feels like you have already done every single topic that you could possibly do. As your event date approaches, your stress deepens and it feels as though your webinar journey is coming to an end. If you can relate to that story, no worries, we've got you covered. We are going to break down all of the tips that you need to know in order to get creative when choosing your webinar topics. So let's get started. Hey there, it's Taylor from Demio. Today we are going to look at all of the easy places that you can look for webinar topics for your next event, especially if you have hit a creative rut. Before we start this video today, make sure you head to the description because I have linked part 1 to this video where we break down the 4 steps it takes to create an amazing webinar topic. That video is an amazing resource if you're looking for more information on choosing the right webinar topic, how to create them, and how to make sure that they are aligned with your audience's needs and your company goals. With that said, let's dive into today's video. First, let's review why you need a good webinar topic to begin with. If you have a good webinar topic, then you will see more sales and more conversions. Why is this? It's because the more relevant your webinar topic is, the more conversions are going to happen. Also, you will notice that your attendees have a better experience when they feel like they relate to the webinar topic. And finally, when you have an amazing webinar topic, it creates great alignment between your webinar and yourself and your business goals and objectives. All of this is to say that you need to make sure that you choose relevant and intentional webinar topics. So now let's jump into the places that you can look for when you have run out of ideas and you need a webinar topic and you need it today. The first place you can look is your sales team. If you are part of a larger organization, then you have access to an amazing resource of information about your audience. Your sales team talks to customers all day long. They know your customers' pain points and they know how to guide them along the buyer cycle. They also have a good idea about the type of leads that result in the most sales. The second place you can look for new webinar topics is old blog posts, so repurposing your old blog content. If you are somebody who creates blog content all year round, then this one is for you. You guys, you can literally take any blog post and turn it into an amazing webinar. Here are some examples. So for a thought panel, you can use guest posts, interviews that you've done, controversial posts, or news posts. You can use how-to posts, tutorials, or checklists to create best practices or a tutorial webinar. You can use general fact questions, Q&A posts, or review posts to do a live Q&A webinar. And you can use new product feature announcement posts for a product webinar. The third place you can look for webinar topics is to look directly at your audience's questions. Your audience is always telling you what they need. If you are currently blanking on fresh webinar topics, all you need to do is look at previous events, previous messages and emails. You can also look at old Q&As, or you can go ahead and reach out to your audience directly on social media and find out what they are currently struggling with and what they need from you. This is the easiest way to get fresh webinar topic ideas that are sure to please your audience and create good sales. The next way that you can create new webinar topic ideas is to look at industry news. So what is everyone talking about in your industry? Are there any new developments or technologies that you can provide explanation for? And finally, is there a larger topic that is really important to your audience that you can provide further explanation on? When it comes to creating webinar topics off of industry news, it's really important that you understand your audience's needs. The next place that you can look for fresh new webinar topic ideas is to look at your old content. Let's say you had a really successful ebook, or you had a template that performed really well with your audience. You already know that people are very interested in the topic, and you have all of the content you need to create a webinar. All you would have to do is create some eye-catching images, maybe take some infographics from the ebook, and choose a couple presenters that you can bring on to change up that content. With the benefit of audio, video, and extra visual elements, you can really add a whole new spin to a successful ebook. The next tip I have for you is to look at other industry leaders. You can always learn from your peers. And this goes without saying, but I am not talking about copying other people's content. I am talking about learning from the other people who are in the same industry as you and putting your own spin on it. Okay, marketers, these are the fun and creative ways that you can come up with your next webinar topic. I hope this video sparked some fun and interesting ideas for you for your next event. Please leave a comment down below and tell me what your favorite tactic is for coming up with your webinar topics. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel down below so that way you don't miss another video about marketing tips and webinar strategies. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!